Hi, so today we're going to talk about where abilities come from, or how do you get abilities. Abilities are your choosing. So before you came into this body, you chose, okay, I'm going to bring, let's use me for an example. I'm going to bring clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient in as an infant. That was my choice, active and ready to go. We're using it from day one. You also get to choose, okay, maybe I won't have any awareness of any abilities until such and such date or such and such point in your journey where you've reached, let's say, spiritual maturity, where you're ready to have these gifts, and then something may trigger for them to come out. So for those who are born with them, we choose to, or later, you don't even have to be born with them, we choose which ones we're going to bring down, and whether or not we're going to use them. Now, free will plays in where you're here and you're growing up, and like for me as a teen, I really wanted the gifts and abilities to go away because I wanted to be normal. They didn't go away until I had a stroke. So we choose what we're going to bring down with us. Now, the other part of this is we usually come in bloodlines that have abilities. Bloodlines can run in family line. Abilities can run in family lines. Now, it doesn't mean, let's say your mom was a very fluent psychometrist. Okay. It doesn't mean you have to be a psychometrist. Doesn't mean that's the ability you brought down. But usually we try to find a bloodline that has them. For me, my mother had a prophetic dream, though she denied that any of this stuff exists, and yet her dream helped her decide who she was going to marry. Very poignant dream. So my father, whom I would tell him all the stuff I saw or felt or knew, he would listen very intently and not patronizing, listen very intently, then pat me on the leg and say, okay, we don't talk about this again. That was his way of dealing with it. But that told me that he had some understanding and some knowing himself. Otherwise, he probably would have freaked out with the stuff I was telling him. So we decide what we're going to bring down, and we decide what bloodline we're going to follow or go into to help us on our soul's journey. So we picked our parents. I know some people are going to be like, no, wrong. I would never do that. My mother was very difficult with me, but it helped me become more rooted in my knowings. I mean, I knew what I saw and heard and felt. There was no two ways about it. And so her pushing me was my rebellious way. I was like, I'm not getting rid of this. I wanted it gone because, I wanted to be normal. But at the same time, I didn't want to give her the satisfaction, so I was digging my heels in. I'm keeping it. So there you have it. It's something we choose. Now, there are people who are like, oh, I wish. Well, maybe you chose not to bring any abilities down this time. Maybe it's not time for the abilities to show up. There are some people that once they reach a certain point in their spiritual growth or maturity, something will happen to trigger their abilities. And voila, there it is. It could be a near-death experience. Who knows? It could be a myriad of reasons. But it just might show up one day, which can be a little disconcerting. But there you have it. You chose. So what you do with it is on you. Thanks.